Next, we're talking about the volume of cylinders and spheres. So remember, volume is how much space a three-dimensional shape takes up inside. So imagine taking this cylinder. Cylinder is kind of like a can. How much water could you put in that can to fill it up? That is what our volume is measuring. How much space is inside that can. So our equation to figure that out is going to be the area of the circle that makes up our can, so this circle here, the area of that circle times the height of our can, which is the side here, or you could measure that through the center. This is our height. And the formula for area of a circle, if you remember from a few sections ago, is pi r squared. So our final equation for volume is pi r squared times height. And right here is our radius on our cylinder. So our first example says find the volume of a cylinder if the area of its base is 800 feet squared and its height is 40 feet. So our volume equals the area of a circle, which it tells me that the area of a circle is 800 feet squared. So I can plug that in right here. 800 feet squared is this whole pi r squared piece. It's the whole area of a circle. All I need to do is take that 800 and multiply it by its height, which its height equals 40. So I have 800 times 40, and that gives me 32,000 feet. And when I have volume, my units are always going to be cubed. That's a hint right there. If it says 32,000 feet cubed, it's talking about volume. If it said squared, it's talking about area, like it did down here. Feet squared, talking about area. Feet just by itself is talking about a height or a length or a width, or 1 dimensions. Area is 2 dimensions, feet squared, and volume is 3 dimensions, feet cubed. Okay, so our next example says find the volume of this cylinder. And our given information is not labeled here, so you'll have to write it in. Our given information is that our diameter, our D of the circle, is 16 inches, and our height is 4 inches. Okay, so if we're not given the whole area of a circle, we're going to need to use our second volume equation, which is volume equals pi r squared times height. Now, I'm not given my radius, but I do know my diameter. Remember, the diameter is the whole distance across. So if that whole distance is 16, to find the radius, I'm going to take that 16 and divide it by 2, which gives me 8. And my height I'm given is 4. So I can plug in those values. This is my height, this is my radius. So my volume equals pi 8 squared times 4. Plug that in my calculator, I get 803.84 inches cubed. For a sphere, my volume equation is a little different. It is 4/3 pi r cubed. And the only piece of information we need to know about our sphere is to find its volume is our radius, which is right here, and we'll label it r. So if we're given the radius of our sphere, we can find the volume. In example 3, it says find the volume of a sphere if its radius is 10 inches. So all I need to do here is plug in my 10 for my radius, and you can write this equation as 4/3 pi r cubed as well. This is the same thing as this. These two things are equal. whichever way you want to write it, it'll give you the same answer. 10 cubed. So when I plug this into my calculator, I have 4/3 times pi times 10 cubed, which gives me 4,186.67 inches cubed.